Throughout history, humanity has searched for answers to profound questions about the nature of existence, the self, and the divine. These quests often lead us to religious and spiritual frameworks, offering a lens through which we can interpret our place in the world. But what if the question of God isn't merely a theological matter, but a psychological one? What if our understanding of God speaks to deeper, uncharted aspects of the human psyche? This question is precisely what Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, sought to explore. Jung's exploration of God is not framed by conventional religious doctrine, but instead through a psychological lens that seeks to integrate the unconscious, the symbolic, and the personal with the archetypal. In Jung's view, God is not just a metaphysical being to be worshipped or feared, but a vital and transformative force within the human psyche. This essay will delve into Carl Jung's complex ideas about God and the human mind, exploring how his theories intertwine religion, psychology, and the quest for self-actualization. Along the way, we will uncover the rich and deeply human landscape of the psyche, where God is not distant, but intimately connected to our inner life. Before we dive deep into Jung's understanding of God and the psyche, let me take a moment to welcome you to our channel. Here, we explore a vast array of ideas, delving into subjects that challenge conventional thinking and open the doors to new possibilities. Whether you're passionate about psychology, philosophy, or the mysteries of the human experience, you're in the right place. We hope that our content helps you navigate the complex world within and beyond us, inspiring you to think, reflect, and grow. So, if you enjoy what you see today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss an insightful journey into the depths of knowledge. Let's begin. To truly understand Jung's perspective on God, it's essential to first grasp the foundations of his psychological theory. Jung was not merely a psychologist in the traditional sense. He was a pioneer in exploring the unconscious mind and its influence on human behavior. His ideas about the psyche, what he called the total personality, can be summarized in three core components: the conscious mind, the personal unconscious, and the collective unconscious. These elements, according to Jung, are the building blocks of the human psyche and provide the structure for all mental and emotional processes. The conscious mind. This is the aspect of our psyche that is aware, rational, and connected to the external world. It is our waking mind, which makes decisions and processes everyday experiences. The personal unconscious. This layer includes memories, experiences, and forgotten information that are unique to the individual. It also houses repressed desires, unresolved conflicts, and emotional patterns. The collective unconscious. This is perhaps Jung's most revolutionary contribution to psychology. The collective unconscious is a shared reservoir of memories, symbols, and archetypes that all humans inherit from our evolutionary past. It contains universal patterns of thought and behavior, often represented in myths, stories, and religious symbols. Jung believed that these unconscious elements, especially the collective unconscious, have a significant influence on our thoughts, actions, and dreams. His work aimed to illuminate how these hidden aspects of the psyche shape our experiences, including our understanding of the divine. A central concept in Jung's theory is that of archetypes, which are innate, universal symbols embedded in the collective unconscious. These archetypes are the building blocks of the human experience and manifest in myths, religions, and cultural stories. In every culture and throughout history, certain symbols and figures, such as the hero, the shadow, the wise old man, and the mother, emerge time and time again. One of the most important archetypes in Jung's framework is the God image. The God image is not simply a reflection of a divine being outside of us, but a deeply ingrained symbol within the psyche that shapes how we understand the concept of God. This archetype is a powerful symbol of wholeness, order, and transcendence. It represents the union of opposites within the individual psyche and is intimately linked to the process of individuation, Jung's term for the lifelong journey towards self-actualization and psychological integration. According to Jung, the God image is not static or limited to a single religious framework. It can manifest in various forms depending on the culture, the era, and the individual's unique experiences. For some, this may be a literal belief in God as a personal deity, while for others, it may take on a more abstract or symbolic form. What is crucial is that the God image is deeply embedded in the human unconscious, shaping our understanding of morality, purpose, and the self. Jung's view of God goes beyond traditional religious teachings. For him, God was not merely a theological concept, but a psychological one that speaks to the inner life of the individual. He argued that the divine archetype manifests itself in different ways depending on the individual's psychological needs. For example, some may encounter God as a figure of authority and judgment, while others may experience God as a symbol of love, creativity, or wisdom. Jung believed that religion and spirituality are expressions of the psyche's deeper needs. The search for God, in his view, is a way for the human soul to reconcile opposites, such as light and darkness, good and evil, life and death, and move toward greater integration and wholeness. God, as an archetype, serves as a container for these polarities and offers a way for the individual to navigate the complexities of the human experience. Furthermore, Jung suggested that God is intimately connected to the self, which is the central organizing principle of the psyche. The self represents the totality of the personality, including both the conscious and unconscious aspects of the individual. In Jungian terms, the self is the source of true wholeness, and it is only through a confrontation with the unconscious, through dreams, symbols, and religious experiences, that the individual can begin to understand their own self and, by extension, their relationship to the divine. For Jung, the journey of individuation, the process of becoming the person you are meant to be, was deeply connected to the experience of God. He believed that God was not something to be worshipped from a distance, but an integral part of the self that could guide the individual toward wholeness. The process of individuation requires a confrontation with the unconscious, and this is where the God image plays a pivotal role. In Jung's view, the religious or spiritual experience is not about adherence to dogma, but about a personal encounter with the divine within the psyche. He argued that, just as people have personal relationships with other people, they can also have a personal relationship with the God image in their unconscious. This relationship is often fraught with tension and conflict, as the individual must face their own projections, doubts, and shadows in the process of spiritual growth. The God image, according to Jung, is often personified in dreams, visions, and religious symbols. These encounters with the divine archetype are crucial for the individuation process because they offer the individual the opportunity to integrate the unconscious aspects of the psyche into consciousness. This integration leads to a more complete, balanced, and whole self. While Jung had a deep respect for the symbolic and transformative power of religion, he was highly critical of organized religious institutions. He believed that traditional religious structures, with their dogma and rigid doctrines, often stifled the individual's personal relationship with the divine. According to Jung, institutionalized religion tends to impose a one-size-fits-all approach to the sacred, discouraging personal exploration of the psyche's deeper dimensions. Jung's critique of organized religion was not aimed at dismissing the value of spiritual practice altogether, but rather at urging individuals to move beyond external authority figures and engage directly with their own inner experiences of the divine. He believed that the religious experience should be deeply personal and subjective, rather than dictated by external systems of belief. Carl Jung's view of God and the human psyche offers a profound and transformative way of understanding the divine. Rather than seeing God as an external, separate entity to be worshipped, Jung viewed the God image as a symbol within the human unconscious that represents wholeness, integration, and transcendence. God, in this sense, is not separate from the self, but a dynamic force that guides the individual towards self-actualization and spiritual growth. Jung's ideas challenge us to rethink the nature of spirituality and religion, inviting us to explore the depths of the unconscious and engage with the archetypal symbols that shape our experiences of the divine. In a world where traditional religious frameworks are often questioned, Jung's perspective provides a way to connect with the sacred in a deeply personal and transformative way. Thank you for taking this journey with us. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Carl Jung's view on God and the psyche, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Our exploration into the mysteries of the mind and spirit is just beginning, and we have much more to unfold. Subscribe to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel to join us on this exciting path of discovery.